to start here. Tomer, go ahead.
Good to see you, Tommy.
It seemed like you guys couldn't really get that lead up to 20 because you guys were pushing it around the third quarter. How did you guys just get over that hump there down the team?
Just found a way to make some shots, started taking care of the ball. They're a great team. They're a great team. They're here for a reason. You can't give them any extra opportunities, give them even easy baskets, any opportunities to transition. So we just had to shore up things, take care of the ball, and then we found a couple sets that we want to go to at the end, and we're fortunate enough to get good shots in for them to fall.
You guys won your ninth game this postseason when you got 0-2. What is it about being the 0-2 teams that you guys are able to bounce back on that?
Team's resilient. This team is resilient. We always believe. We never give in. We never say die. Like I said, we never really have doubt. We continue to just chip away, try to figure out ways that we can be better, try to figure out ways to impose our will on our opponents. And this team's just hungry. It's always hungry to get better. You don't know what the results are ever going to be, but I love our approach. I love the way we come out. We continue to fight. We continue to try to find ways to get it done collectively, and we've been fortunate enough to make it this far. He showed a lot of heart. He showed a lot of heart, a lot of fight. I think getting his footing, getting comfortable in this series, Zoo's always his intents are pure. He always wants to come out and do his best that he can. He's giving everything he has for his team. I think he's just figuring out how he can make an impact in this series. Playing against Aiden, great guards over there in terms of attacking Devin Booker, Chris Paul coming downhill, Cameron Payne. So we're just trying to find ways to bottle them up, but Zoo's a big part of it. He's going to captain our defense. I think he's getting better at it. And then offensively, he did a great job of screening and making sure that he gets downhill. And like I said, I think he's been fearless attacking the basket. He's making kickouts when he needs to, but he was a man with bad intentions each and every time that he touched the paint. So I was happy with the way that he attacked. Even the joke of him, even the dunk that came off the backboard, it was great intent. So like I said, it's never the result. It's always the approach. So his approach was amazing tonight. He's a big part of what we do, a big part of the reason that we got to win tonight. And hats off to him and the entire team, the way they came to battle. And the team man picking us up with the energy. Luke hit big clutch shots, timely. Everybody that came in, Marcus contributing, everybody's dealing with bumps and bruises, the way that he competed, the way that he wasn't combative about not starting today. He just came in and did everything he could. So this team we fought. It's been through a lot of ups and downs throughout the season, and we're just finding ways to stay alive. And that's what I'm proud of most of this team.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Ty had said before the pop today, when you guys land Wednesday morning, you guys get back on your team, calling players and says, we got to move on. We can move on. What was the plane ride like? What was the moving on process like where you guys flush it and get ready?
Plane ride was cool. Me, I think I'm like a baby with emotion. So buses, flights, I don't really stay up. I try to stay up a little bit. Just try to keep positive energy. I know myself, I try to go around just keeping positive vibes. Guys were still pretty loose. It was tough that we had a tough loss, but I think it hit us. It hit hard for a little bit quickly. I think they hit hard quick, and then guys were over it. We were already moving on to figure out how we could be better, and not just the tip play. Yeah, that ate at us a little bit, but just plays throughout the game, how we can be better in terms of limiting their offensive rebounds, limiting our mistakes, Aiden rolling to the basket, limiting their paint, so many paint touches that they had. So we knew that there were so many other mistakes. We just knew that one that was going to be highlighted because it was the last play, but that wasn't what lost us the game. And I think guys were comfortable with moving on from that and figuring out how we can be better. So I think it showed and it carried over to today. And we're going to watch film again and try to figure out how to be better in game 4 because this team has been a great team all year. The Suns, they're going to continue to fight. They're going to go make adjustments, and they got great players on there.
Go ahead on.
Reggie, you guys came out playing hard, but then that shot that PG hits it before the end of the halftime, what did that do for you guys? And then also, what was the conversation like in the locker room at halftime? Because you guys then picked it up, the hard play, like another level in that third quarter, and were able to sustain it in the fourth.
I think Paul gave us a little more comfort. That shot, it kind of probably killed our momentum a little bit. They started to feel good. So we're very fortunate to have a guy like that who can do it all, do everything in this game, who can carry the weight with shoulders on a lot of the load. So that was a big time shot by him to give us just a little sigh of relief going into the half. And then mostly we were disappointed with the way that we felt like we kind of let go of it late in the second. So we wanted to come out even better. We know we haven't been particularly amazing in third quarters at times. So it was just everybody in there talking about let's get better. Let's go ahead and find a way to continue to push this. Particularly Pat Bev was energized, fired up about us not letting go, not letting our foot off the gas and figure out how to be better. So it's an amazing locker room we have. Everybody try to collectively lead from their position, from their role, and everybody has, like I said, pure intent. So it doesn't matter who's on who's saying what. We know where it comes from the heart. And at the end of the day, we all want to win.
Reggie, we talked to you before about your late clock offense in particular, but they cut that lead down to 6 in the fourth quarter, and then you get the transition layup, which you couldn't back it out. You didn't have to take it. You finished it through contact, and then you get that open three. They're up 11. That's another momentum to it. Like, what does the team kind of get as far as feedback, as far as the importance of creating offense, and especially in intense moments like that in particular?
They've empowered me. Honestly, this team has empowered me. This organization has empowered me since the time I've been here. From playing early, not playing, having DMPs, roles changing throughout the year. I think once you start to find some comfortability and just practicing and having roles throughout the game change, finding some success, it was really our leaders. It was really, why Paul, Pat, and then collectively everybody, coaches. They were just on me about being aggressive, stay aggressive, stay aggressive. Throughout my career, trying to always make the right play and not necessarily just being myself and coming out and playing the game. It makes it a little difficult, but the more I just continue to be myself, the more that this team empowered me to be myself. I've been able to find success, fortunately, been able to stay healthy. And at the end of the shot clock, a lot of times they definitely are on me about come search for the ball, staying aggressive, attack, and trying to make the right play, but just be aggressive. So, hats off to them. I definitely try to put in a lot of work throughout my career to be ready for those moments, but working on my mind for over the last few years, trying to be mentally strong. But you're only as great as your team wants you to be, and as they empower you. So, like I said, hats off to them. All condolences, and they've been pushing me to just be my best. And I've been fortunate enough to be playing well, but without them, this doesn't happen.
Thank you, Reg.
Thank you. I have a good one. I'll leave this for Coach.
Yes, please. I don't want to get yelled at.
All right. I have a good one. We'll see y'all game 4.
Ty's next. Melissa's first. I'm told
About these ORT goals, like, is there something that keeps happening before them, like on the text message chain? Is there somebody who's like stepping up and saying something that resonates, or what keeps happening for you guys to dig so deep in these game threes?
I don't know. I don't like it. I'll tell you that. But, we've been a resilient team all season, all year long. First I just want to give credit to Marcus Morris. He was hurt, didn't know if he was going to be able to go tonight. And he gave us all he had, 2 big threes, down the stretch, which we needed. But like, just a total team effort. Our guys just keep grinding, keep fighting. We know our backs is against the wall 0-2, but we never give in. I mean, the job Pat Bev has been doing, has been, tremendous. I thought Zoo was really good tonight. Reggie, down the stretch, PG through the first 3 quarters, and he got tired. But, we had to play him the whole second half, So I just thought, at halftime, we challenged the guys to move the basketball and make the right play. I thought we just dribbled too much in the first half. In the second half, I thought we really did a good job of sharing the basketball, moving it, and getting guys open shots.
Thanks. Our next question will come from Amy or Ramona.
Hey, Ty, yeah, going to Ramona. Go ahead, Ramona.
Hey, Ty, when you guys went out and got Reggie Jackson, I think he was one of the last people added to this roster. What did you expect he was going to be able to give you, and compared to what he's actually been able to give you?
Well, coming into the season, when we first signed Reggie, our coaching staff, we talked about, him potentially being a starter because of how we wanted to play and, getting PG and Kawhi, the ball in their spots. And so, unfortunately, Pat Bev got hurt a few times this season, and Reggie became a starter. He did a great job. And, our numbers with him as a starter was, off the charts, as well as with Pat as well. But offensively, we really took off. So, he's been great. So as soon as he stepped into that role, he made it easier for PG, made it easier for Kawhi. We really started playing, a great offense, having a great offense, and just never stopped from there. So I'm just happy for him. He's had a heck of a year, and just we got to continue to keep pushing.
Thanks, Ty.
So with the defensive intensity to limit Booker to the shooting line, Chris to the shooting line. They never ever felt like they were in rhythm. And that's obviously a big change from what Booker did in game one. So I think that the defensive intensity rationally.
I think starting Pat and Zoo, I think, really helped our defensive intensity. With PG having to score and make the plays for our team, I think, without him having to guard Booker takes a lot of pressure off him offensively. Pat Beverly and Zoo together, that combination is unbelievable. And like I said, Pat's the best review challenge guy in the game. He's going to block your shot from behind, he's going to contest from behind, and make it hard on you. He gets into the ball, he's physical. And I just think making that change with him and Zoo, Zoo at the rim with the verticality and Pat to be able to protect him on the pull-up jump shots. So that's been a big change and a big spark to our defense.
And those were guys you parked for much of the first round and parts of the second round too. I mean, you talk about a lot of adjustments, but for guys to accept the roles shifting.
I mean, yeah, Andrew, it's all about winning, and those guys are winners. And to be two starters and not play at all in the Dallas series, the last, I think, 4 games or 5 games, and then come into the Utah series and Zoo not play much, because it was going small because of Gobert, and Pat, the job he did on Donovan Mitchell, and now we need both those guys to come back and start again. They've been phenomenal. So, that's what winners do, and they want to win, and whatever it takes, they're going to do that. So I'm just happy for those guys to finally get their moment.
Go ahead, Lo.
So I was going to set you up with this before the game about team joking about you, Bill Belichick, and the adjustments and whatnot.
Yeah, right.
I know you coached some bosses, so I mean, there's some proximity there. But when you hear that the team will buy into what you're selling as far as adjustments and them applying it effectively, like how does that make you feel when it works and even when it doesn't work?
Well, first off, I got a lot of respect for Belichick. I'm not nowhere near him. 6 Super Bowls, probably the best coach ever, football, in NFL history. But it means a lot just to, just for those guys to trust me, to understand that whatever I'm doing is the best for the team, not for me. And I just want to win. And, making adjustments, sometimes it's tough because adjustments mean some guys can't play, some guys play more, and you got to be able to accept that. And that's the biggest thing. But you have the communication with your team all year long and just talk about one common goal, and that's winning. And all of our guys are on board, So, I take pride in making adjustments and try to do the right thing, but these guys are the ones who have to go out and execute. They've been doing a great job of that so far.
Ty, you're good at knowing, having conversations with guys, knowing where their heads are at. It would have been easy for Paul to kind of let that last game linger within those free throws. What were your conversations like with them? And then you play him 43 minutes tonight, and he almost comes up with another triple-double. I mean, what else can you say about Paul?
Just after the game, we landed. We got back home. First person I called was PG. I just told him, we wouldn't be in this position without you. So now that game's over, it happens. Doesn't mean anything. He took care of their 2 games at home, and now we got to go home and win our 2 games. That's the most important thing. So can't look in the past. We got to look ahead. And I called him. I called Pat Beverly. I called a few of the guys and just said, that's over. We had a chance to steal one. We didn't do it. It's behind us. And now we got to move on. So I thought PG did a great job of just moving on, like you said, and having a big game for us tonight in game 3.
What time are those calls made?
As soon as we landed.
So
when I got my car, they got in their car from the plane. Then I called them on the way home.
Is that like 4 in the morning?
I don't know what time. Whatever it takes, it doesn't matter to me. But like I said, those guys came out and we responded. And just, after the first half, great defensively, but offensively, I just thought we were too stagnant, over dribble. We tried to do it by ourselves. And the second half, we really just did a great job just making the play for our teammates and trusting. So that was good to see.
Go ahead, Miriam.
What kind of do today? What conversations you have with him? What adjustments did he make?
Well, I think the biggest thing was Zoo, he hasn't played, so just getting his timing back, getting his rhythm, understanding what we're trying to do. And I think also offensively, to their credit, we haven't played big in a long time. So as far as running the same plays and the spacing is different. So we got to get used to that as well. But I think Zoo just hasn't played in a long time. So he's finally getting his rhythm, understanding how we need him, what we need to do for him to do defensively and offensively, which is starting to come for him. So he dominated the glass tonight. I thought it was a big factor inside, with CP contesting his mid-range pull-ups. And so it's going to keep slowly starting to come for Zoo. So just happy he's finally getting his legs underneath him.
Now we got to take one more from Timothy Tyronn over there.
Okay.
Just to clarify, the Terance Mann substitution, was that a Marcus injury thing? Or?
Yeah, he wasn't going to be able to go initially, and then he did what he had to do and got on the bike and whatever else, and then he said he's going to give it a go. So I mean, we needed everybody we can get tonight, so just for him to put it on the line for the team just means a lot.
Starting Terance sort of got put there and CP off to a rough shooting start. What did that halfback Terance line sort of do to their guard?
Well, it allowed PG not to have to guard CP, which was going to do that initially when Marcus was going to start. And then it allowed Terance to guard CP, pick him up full court, pressure him a little bit because CP hasn't played in a while either. And it allowed Pat Bailey to take Booker. So we try to conserve PG's energy as best as we can, you know, with the minutes he has to play and the load he's carrying right now. And so it was a good start for us.
Thank you, Ty.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right.
Sorry, Terance, 2 points in the first half, and then you got like 4 buckets first opening minutes of that second half. I mean, said before, you kind of just do what you feel team needs in whatever particular moment. So what was it about what happened between first half and halftime where it's like, all right, I got to tap in and get buckets?
I think just reading the game, I realized I need to be a little bit more aggressive in order for us to win or, having a chance to win. Especially when the game's going where we're just taking jump shots and, not a lot of guys getting downhill. So I just put my head down and got downhill.
Amy, you want to go ahead?
Sure, we'll go to Farbad. Go ahead, Farbad.
Congrats on winning. We've seen so many.
Can't hear you,
Farbad.
Next question.
From you, from Reggie, and Reggie in particular.
Farbad, I'm going to go ahead and mute you. Sorry about that. We will go to Mason. Go ahead, Mason.
Hey, Terance, you guys were able to slow down not only Devin in this game, but also Chris coming back from, missing games of COVID. What do you guys think you did specifically to kind of slow down both members of the backcourt tonight?
We didn't do too much different from the first 2 games. We just be more aggressive defensively. That's all I can say we did. We locked in, we watched film. We got 2 games to watch it. So, everybody watched those 2 games, saw what we needed to do and executed it.
Go ahead, Melissa.
Hey, Terance, Ty was telling us that he made a lot of blow calls after game 2 to kind of regroup and get guys back on the same page after such a heartbreaking loss. Do you have a conversation with him as well?
Yeah, I just talked to him about what we got to do, and that's pretty much it. Short conversation. We knew what we had to do, especially that game 2 win that could have went either way. Game 2 win for them that could have went either way. So we knew what we had to do.
You got to start tonight. Marcus was kind of like scratch. What was that process, and what does it mean to you to big of your coaches?
It's cool, but at this point, it doesn't matter. I don't care if I'm starting or coming off the bench. I'm gonna just be me and bring the energy that this team needs. So yeah.
What do you think of Marcus today? Obviously, he's not like 100%.
Yeah, he still did a great job. He still did a great job, hit some shots, played great defense, was in there battling on every rebound, fighting through it. He's a winner. He's a great leader. So just seeing him fight through it and be out there playing hard definitely, helped us.
Terance, what were you able to do to make it sort of difficult for Chris and Devin? They really just, I know you said you played aggressively, but both of them got off to really rough shooting starts. What sort of carried over the rest of the game?
Nothing different. Nothing different. Just like I said, being more aggressive. Learning different spots and to stay in front of them. Learning different spots on how to contest their shots after watching the first 2 games. Seeing where they get to, what they like, and things like that.
How do you guys, as a unit, you individually as well, after game 2, it's probably a tough loss. Pat called it tough. It ranks up there. How did you take it individually, and what did you guys do as a team? I guess discussion about it and all that.
We got great leaders, man. Those guys in the locker room always positive. Win or lose, everybody's on the same page. It's a position we've been before 2 times, unfortunately, but everybody just stayed locked in, and it was all the vets. Just kept everybody on the same page, kept everybody positive. So it didn't really feel as bad as it was.
Well, along those lines, Terance already said that Pat was pretty vocal at halftime, talking about not letting go, staying in this. What was his message? What did he say?
Just keep our foot on the gas. Leads can go quick in this league, if you're not locked in. So he told everybody to keep your foot on the gas. Was telling everybody individually what they need to do and things like that.
Was it normal Pat Bev, or was it more amped up Pat Bev?
Definitely normal Pat Bev. He's always like that.
Hold on, we're going to go back to Zoom. Go ahead, Amy.
Okay, Farbad, we're going to try you again. Go ahead.
Can you hear me this time?
Yes, go for it.
All right, congrats on the win, Terrence. You know, everybody steps up so much on this team, but Reggie in particular in the fourth quarter has all these, you know, huge performances when it seems like the offense may be going stagnant. Have you guys kind of come up with any kind of fourth quarter nickname for Reggie, or do you guys talk amongst yourselves about his fourth quarter performances?
No nicknames. You know, at this point in the season, it's regular for us when we see Reggie do what he does in the fourth quarter. So we're just used to it. You know, it's great for us. He brings great energy and great aggressiveness on the offensive side. So, you know, no nicknames. We're just used to it. It's Reggie being Reggie.
Ty said after game 6 that Kawhi had come down in the locker room, gotten into the coach's huddle and talked about adjustments he wanted to see. I think we talked to you guys too a little bit. The broadcast heard him on in the suite today. He come down and offered his thoughts again at halftime.
No, he didn't, but he was there. You know, I think he read the game and he let Ty do his thing. He let us do our thing. He was real confident in the way we were playing, but he definitely hits us up every now and then, just telling us what he sees and what we can do better.
So thanks. Appreciate it, T-Man.
All right, thank you.
Let's keep going.
I was talking post game and pre-game and also post game about the way you guys got over the game 2 loss. Let's talk about how it started really on the flagpole, calling you on that bet on drive late early Wednesday morning. You talked about kind of what he said, but when did you feel like through that conversation you felt like, okay, we're past this, we're past really heartbreaking?
I mean, after the flight, you know, we were on the plane, we talked about it, we hashed it out, and immediately we got ready for game 3. Simple as that, we had to move on. I thought we did a great job of moving on. I moved on. I knew I had to be better. And so that's just, everything was just put in and going into game 3. All my energy was directed towards a better game in game 3.
Is that unique at all? Call you after the late night flight home after a game in your career?
I mean, I think it's special that you know, just the relationship I have with T, and relationship T. Lue has with every individual on his team in general. It just says a lot about him and his leadership.
Go ahead, Amy.
APG, we're going to go on the Zoom to Ramona. Go ahead, Ramona.
Hey, Paul, how are you?
Good.
Hey, I'm just wondering about your relationship with Reggie. I know you guys have been friends for a number of years, going all the way back to like his rookie year or something. Do you think, you know, one, you getting to play with him after all these years, now to be his teammate, but just how's that bond built over the years, and how is that translating now on the court?
I mean, the bond is always been great. You know, Reggie is a real-time brother. You know, he lived with me. He's been around my kids. My daughters love him. They adore him. You know, and so he's family. My parents love him. You know, he knows there's so many people down the list in my family alone that he can call if he ever needed anything. And it's vice versa with his family. So it's a real brotherhood. That's my guy, and it's translated on the court. I trust him. He's becoming one of the best closers in this game, and you know, it's special to be able to share the court with Reg.
Oh, just a quick follow-up. Is it, you know, his background, like he's moved around so much? Do you think maybe it's because he was kind of an Army brat, like that's why you guys got so close now that you've kind of become his sort of NBA family?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we just hit it off from day one. You know, he's just a cool dude. He was chill. You know, and he's just a great person, great human being, and you know, I just felt his energy. And I thought that was everything. He was just a great human being.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks. We're going to stay on the Zoom and go to Rachel. Go ahead, Rachel.
Hey, Paul. Just wanted to ask you a little bit more about Kawhi. I know that he came down at halftime again to talk to you guys. What help is that to have someone who sees the game the way he does, who's watching from the side, kind of be with you guys at halftime of these home games? And how much are you two talking, just texting or talking kind of through the series?
Yeah, I mean, we talk we talk after every game. The 2 games in Phoenix, I reached out to him. He'll text me after the game. We'll talk. We'll go over what we see and what we saw that night. And so he's very much a part of this team without being able to play right now. It's just great to have his mind and his presence still a part of this game, part of this team. It's great to see him in the locker room. And more so, we just happy that, we just care about his well-being. That's what's most important. Whether he can play, whether he can't play, we just happy for his overall health and his well-being. So, it's just great to see him. He was in the locker room. He was sharing his thoughts once again. And, a lot of stuff that he said, I went out and was trying to put it into a plan.
Is there anything specific that he's good at noting, just either because he's used to being the center of attention the way you are? I mean, is there anything that sort of he can give you that other people can't?
He just giving me his perspective on the attention that I'm having on the court. A lot of it was, the guys are doing this, they're doing that. When you drive, he was just telling me rotations, what to look for, what's open, what's available. And so, it gave me a good game plan going into the second half to what I'm looking for.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after game 2, you had said, if anything, we're more confident being in this position again because we've done it 2 times before. Did tonight feel different though, as far as another game 3? That's one, because yes, you guys have been through game 7 and then clinched game 6 last round, but it felt like tonight you guys were really playing to keep your season alive when you scrapped and held that energy and that effort for so long.
No, I didn't feel different. It was just another approach. We knew we had to take care of home court. It's just a scrappy team. We have to match their physicality. I thought we did that. We have to match their scrappiness. I thought we did that. And that's really the key. We can't allow this team to play harder than us. And I thought that was just the way we approached tonight.
Go ahead, Rob.
Speaking of playing harder and everything, it seemed like Vince came out had a different kind of energy to start this game, especially with the way game 2 ended. How did y'all support him, get him ready to play tonight? And what do you think the impact that he had was on the floor throughout the game?
Yeah, I thought he was big in the middle. He rebounded the ball for us at a high level. I thought his presence was great on guards' drives. He just made it tough to finish around the rim. And, that's what we need from Big Zoo. I thought he was great. I thought he was special. And I thought he was a big reason why we won tonight.
Is there like a readjustment, being that he didn't play so much in the first 2 series? Now he has to be on the floor more because of how good Aiden is?
Yeah, I mean, every series is different. Every series is different. It's chess at this point. You know what I mean? And so, Zoo is called on to be a big part of the series. And again, we're gonna need nights like how he had tonight. If we want a shot at advancing to the next round.
Go back to the Zoom. What do you mean?
Okay, PG, we're going to go to Mark Schwartz. Go ahead, Mark.
Paul, that epic shot, the half-court shot at the end of the third quarter, man, 1.1 second. People went to get a beer. I mean, they were done with that quarter, but you weren't done with it. Take me through the whole process with the 2 bounces, the dribble, the sideline, and just making that shot at game speed, as opposed to we saw you do it pregame where you were just stepping into it at half court.
Yeah, I mean, it's a reason why I shoot it in my pregame. It's just more so for a feel. If I get those shots in the game, I want to have some type of feel on the range of that shot. So I practice it every time when I'm doing my pregame shooting. Tonight it helped. It came into effect. But I just wanted to get as much space as I possibly could before I touched the ball and the clock started. So I kind of let it bounce, try to get as much space up the floor as I could. And, I let it fly, and, I was able to make the shot.
At what point when the ball left your hand were you confident that was going in the basket? And did you at any point call glass?
Didn't call glass. But I mean, I felt great about the shot. I felt that it was strong, but I felt that it was, I felt it had a chance to go in. And, I knew the angle that I shot it at, that it was going to hit the backboard. And, didn't make many tonight, but that was one that we needed. And I thought it gave us great momentum.
Last quick thing, you blew a kiss right after you went to the huddle. Who were you blowing a kiss to?
My girl and my babies.
Sweet. Thanks.
Go ahead, Andrew.
I know you guys talked about how playing every other day since June 7th. No excuse, it's just the schedule in front of you. But this is your 10th game with 40 or more minutes this postseason. Are you doing, what does recovery for you look like post game? Are you doing anything different than you would during the normal season because of the workload and the more compressed time frame?
I mean, it's a lot. I mean, I lift after games, you know what I mean? And 40 plus, and I still find time to lift. And it's part of the process with massage, cold tub, hot tub, BFR. And I mean, it's a lot that goes into it. It's the reason why, I kept you guys so long. It's a process. I'm well aware of the process, regardless of how long it takes. I got to do it. And, it's what's keeping me going.
BFR.
It's a lot to break down. It's a good thing to go. It's basically some blood flow work that kind of tricks your body, tricks your muscles. But it's great for recovery for me.
Hey, Paul, coming into the series, Devin, out of scores, later in game one. What do you think the biggest change has been these last two games with them? And I would bet you don't expect to be out there 35%. What have you seen that you think you guys are making?
That sounds like game plan talk. Next question.
Go ahead.
When you guys keep falling into these,
Or Melissa. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I call on Tamara. It's fine.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Paul, when you guys are falling into these loans, I'm curious, does anybody emerge as like an especially leader? What is your guys' group chat like?
Our leaders, myself, Kawhi, Pat Bev, Rondo, Marcus. I think it's what's so great about this team. We have so many vets that we can lean on. DeMarcus plays a role in leadership in the locker room. And, it's just great. We got so many guys that want this. So many guys that are lost in this moment that, we just stay together. We know that we have a real possibility to do something special. And, we're going to give everything we have. I think what the beauty is we're happy with the results. Win, lose, or draw. This team is going to be happy with the results. We put so much into this season. We've invested so much into each other. We're going to live with the results. And I think that's the beauty of it.
Tamara, last one.
Oh, I need to talk about Terance before, but I think he started more of like an energy guy for you guys at the bench. He started. It really seemed like he changed the defense for you guys, the guard play with Chris and Devin, allowing you to take defensive plays off a bit. How has his just development over the year really helped you guys now?
That's it. He's taken big matchups, key matchups for us. And on the other end, he's very helpful. He's spreading the floor. He can attack. He can finish around the basket. And he just makes us that much more lethal, especially in our small ball game. Because he's a big size. He's got size on him. It makes us be a lot more versatile defensively, where we can switch, we can guard multiple positions. And so it's great. He can get out. He's athletic. He allows us to play faster when we can get the ball up to him. He can attack, use his body to make plays. And, he's been special. He's been special this whole postseason. You're just going to see more and more of it.
For a young player, still learning how to use his body, length, all that stuff, how have you helped him sort of figure out how he can, be in passing lanes or to the basket, be effective that way?
I mean, I can't take credit for that. He's such a great instinctive player. A lot of what he does is just instincts. You can't teach that. I think that's one of the best skills that you can have. If a player has those instincts to just make plays, and T-Man has it. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.